They bled for it. And those people want you to believe in it. So you have finally peace. And you become subservient to that system. To pledge allegiance to the beast. To give allegiance. That's what it's all about. An Antichrist system that people are uncomfortable to even address or talk about, fearing they're going to be labeled Islamophobes. I ain't worried about it because judgment comes. I did my job. From a terrorist to an ambassador. I'm telling you, that's what it is. He transformed you from a terrorist to become an ambassador. In some of the sticklers in, let's see, Daniel chapter 9. We have 6 minutes left before we give you a break. Daniel 9. Because Daniel 9, remember, in Daniel, it talks about, in chapter 8, the little horn. Chapter 11. All scholars, by the way, agree the little horn comes from the Greco parts of the Roman Empire. The Greco parts of the Roman Empire is Muslim, by the way. Remember, the little horn comes out of the Grecian Empire, out of one of the 4 horns that broke off the Grecian Empire. Remember, the Grecian Empire doesn't include Western Europe. So the little horn comes out of the 4 Grecian Empire. Guess what? He doesn't come from Europe. The Western paradigm says, sure, he comes from the East. They don't deny that. They say somehow he immigrates to Europe. He becomes the head of the EU. He lives over there, you know. And one of the other things they back their theory with is Daniel chapter 9. Because in Daniel chapter 9, the prince comes from the Roman Empire. And no one can deny that. Right? The prince comes from the Roman Empire. That is Daniel 9:27, 9:26, 9:27. Do we have to go through Daniel 9 and talk about the 70 weeks and how that was all fulfilled? No. You guys know what that is about. 69 weeks, there's 7 years left. The devil knows there's 7 years left. So Muhammad said that the Mahdi will usher in 7 years. Everything you see in Islam, they know the Bible prophecy, but it becomes what is unholy in the Bible becomes what's holy. The Antichrist becomes the Mahdi that Islam is waiting for. You understand? Everything is in reverse. The good guys are the bad guys. The one who mistreats women, he doesn't honor the desire of women. In Daniel, he doesn't honor the desire of women. He doesn't honor women's rights, period. That's what it means. Doesn't say he doesn't desire women. It's not one of those. He doesn't honor the desire of women. He doesn't care about women's rights. Western thinking is to say, okay, he doesn't honor the desire of women. The desire of women was to bring forth the Messiah. So he doesn't care about the women who want to bring forth the Messiah or something like that. Excuse me. Is there any woman here that has a desire of bringing forth the Messiah? Anybody? Any woman? Have you heard of any woman lately that has a desire to bring forth the Messiah? I've never heard of such a woman. That's the first coming. So why do you keep that hanging till the end? There is no woman who has a desire to give birth to the Messiah. He doesn't honor the desire of women, stems from the problem in the garden, the original problem between the devil. I will put enmity between the devil and the woman. Sorry guys, he chose the woman. She brings forth the seed of the Messiah. He wants to destroy the woman. He hates the woman. From that perspective, Satan has always hated the woman. What religion today you know that dishonors women more than any other religion in the world? Islam. He changes time and laws. That's what it says. Who wants to change all the laws of the world to Sharia law? Have you Googled Sharia lately? You need to Google Sharia to understand Islamic law. Most Westerners think that Islam is a religion. It has a facade of a religion. It's a government system. Islam is a government system to be established throughout the whole world. In fact, Daniel 11, it's very clear. Look at that. In verse 37, he shall regard neither the God of his fathers, nor desire a woman, nor regard any God, for he shall exalt himself above them all. But in their place he shall honor a God of fortresses, a God of war. Who's honoring a God of war? Cheat sheet says Islam. And a God which his fathers did not know. He doesn't honor the God of his ancestors, in other words. And what does he do? Which his father, he honored them with gold and silver and precious stones and pleasant things. Wow. When I read this as a Muslim, any Muslim who reads this, it's phenomenal. Why? Because Muslims are required to honor Allah by proceeds of your silver and your gold once a year to propagate and advance jihad, the war to propagate Allah throughout the whole world. Look up zakah. Have you Googled zakat lately? Z-A-K-A-T. Zakat. Google it. Learn more about how Muslims give percentage of their gold and silver. When I read this as a Muslim, it freaks me out. I mean, like, what? Our stuff is in the Bible, but it's not good. And what does he do? It says he advances by their place, honor a God of fortress, and God which his fathers did not know. He shall honor him with gold, silver, stones, and pleasant things. And then it talks about him advancing this God. Where is that verse? I know it's there somewhere. I'll find it in the 10-minute break and I'll show it to you. 39, thank you. He shall act against the strongest, there it is. Thus, it's right there, the next verse. Thus he shall act against the strongest of fortresses. He declares war on America and Britain and Europe. With a foreign God, which he shall acknowledge, and what? Advance its glory through the war. Through these battles, by declaring war against the highest of fortresses, he is advancing the glory of this foreign God, a singular God. Not pagan gods, but a single God. A God of war. And the Christ can't be a Jew, my friends. The Jews don't honor a God of war. And don't tell me because Israel must trust the Antichrist, that's why he must be a Jew so they can trust him. I'm sorry to bust your bubble. They trusted Yasser Arafat. And he was not a Jew. He was a Muslim and believed in the God of war. Right in front of your very eyes. In Daniel 9, break. Huh? What? Yeah, what? Yeah, break. Break, 10 minutes. Don't go home. Thank you.